y'all, what's up? Aubrey Young here from Warm Audio. So artist relations is my game, as most of you know by now. And today is a really special day. I'm actually getting the boss man of Warm Audio, Bryce Young himself, who also happens to be my husband, conveniently. I'm going to go pull him out of his office, get him away from the spreadsheets, the PowerPoints, the Zoom calls, the emails, and all of the other mundane things that come with being the president of Warm Audio sometimes. And I'm going to get him down in here into the studio. This is Warm Studios. We're out in Austin, Texas. If you're ever in town, please come by, book a session. We'd love to have you.
Welcome to Warm Studios. The real reason that I wanted this studio is because, frankly, I wanted this awesome studio. I'm in this business because I love recording. That's what got me into creating products and microphones. This space is just incredible, and I'm excited to be a part of it. I want to have music within our walls. Sometimes I just want to have fun, make great music, and I guess show our customers that we love music too.
What I did was a couple of months ago for New Year's of 2025, I flew out to Nashville, Tennessee. Bryce and I, we go there every New Year's. We throw a big industry party for all of the VIP artists that I work with. So this year, we were hosted graciously by our friends over at Oceanway Studios. Shout out to those guys. They were amazing. We had about 150 industry pros come over and just hang out for the afternoon. What I wanted to do, though, was recreate, kind of what we did with Chad Smith, Corey Henry, and Nashville's own James Cook for our 76 compressor launch. So basically, when those guys were in town, I threw them all in a room, had the idea to basically just say, go, start recording, make something beautiful. And they did. If you haven't seen those videos, those jam sessions are incredible. So basically, I took that same concept to my Nashville party. I presented the idea to 150 industry pros out there and said, I want to form 4 different impromptu bands.
At Oceanway Studios and Warm Audio, and we're the Tone Beast Bangers.
And we are the Warm Audio Rejects.
We're with Warm Audio here at Oceanway Studios, and we are the Backwood Benders.
Hey guys, we're in Nashville, Tennessee at Oceanway Studios. We are the B Losers.
Woo! Be loser! Woo!
And I gave them all a template that they had to follow. So each band had a different template. For example, they had to play in the genre that I told them to. I even put the time signature that was required, the key they had to play in, and such and such. Not super hard to do because all of these guys, like I said, and girls, are industry professionals, but it was fun to see them kind of compete against each other in front of their peers. So after the party, I flew home and then started to think, I gave a lot of attention that day to the incredible musicians in Nashville. However, I think we need to also give some love and attention to all of the incredible mix and master engineers. So that's when I came up with the idea to do, a mix-off, which leaves me here today. So for the last month and a half or so, I've had all of these submissions come in, and it's basically people that were there that day had the opportunity to pick one of the 4 tracks that were recorded and send me their best mix, or what, the best mix that they could with the time that they had. Now, I've narrowed it down to probably 6 or 7 mixes, and we're going to see, how you guys did. So be ready for Bryce's judgments. The guy has dog ears, let's just say, which I guess is a good thing for you, because that means the gear that he's making, he really does put a hell of a lot of time and energy into making sure that it sounds good. But those dog ears, man, they, for some reason, are only active when I'm not talking. If it's me talking to him, all of a sudden his dog ears turn off. It's kind of crazy. Anyways, wifey problems. Never mind. I got off on a tangent. So if you guys like this kind of content, let me know in the comments. Send me a DM or hit the like button. We will be releasing more of this kind of stuff soon. I'm trying to get my hubby, like I said, out of the office and down here doing more creative and fun things, and get him back to his roots, basically why he started Warm Audio in the first place. It's for the music. I'm going to remind him, though, here's a couple rules. He has to judge the mix based on just the mix. I'm not going to remind him of who was playing in those different bands that day. I'm not going to be telling him who actually was the mix engineer of the song, because I don't want there to be any bias. If somebody's guitar was out of tune or somebody was off beat or anything like that, we're not judging any of that. It's solely a mix-off, judging the mix. So here we go. I'm going to go get the boss man, and let's get started.
Yeah, and these probably weren't easy to mix because we just threw up microphones and said, hit record, and people played. And so, there wasn't a lot of like, oh, let's move the microphone, or let's pick a different microphone, or I don't know, that guitar tone doesn't sound good. We just kind of went and played.
We didn't really have time.
I'd say that all of you that mix these, good on you for just jumping in and saying, I'm going to mix this no matter how it sounds. And I'm sure they're going to sound great.
Yeah. So, all right, we'll get started. Here we go.
Okay. So I'm going to start with the Blue Stripe Bluesers. It looks like there's 2 mixes for that. So I'm going to listen to those 2 mixes. I'm going to pick the one that I like the most and put that aside. And then the other one gets, unfortunately, put into the fail pile, or whatever you want to call it. Here we go. I gotta say, that's a pretty darn good mix, considering this was like live.
I was gonna say, that's a good strong start.
And wow, I gotta say, whoever did this one, they know what they're doing. One thing I always listen for on a mix too, especially with like rock and drums and cymbals and stuff, is did they smooth over the top end? I know some people like things really sharp and spiky on the top because it pops out in radio. But I want to know something sounds good on good speakers. And they did a really good job of not having too much sibilance or top end come through. And that's going to be a hard mix to beat. I got to say, that is really quite good. Before we sat down and listened to these, I was listening to a bunch of reference songs. So some of the best sounding recordings that I am able to find on high resolution Tidal streaming. And boy, I was expecting these to sound a few notches down, just because of, once again, the recording setup. And we went kind of fast, but I guess this is a testament to Warm Audio gear. Because we were using Warm Audio microphones on everything.
And also, I think every single person that submitted these all told me the same thing. Hey, Obs, didn't have a ton of time, but wanted to get this to you, but I wish I had more time to fine tune it. So this isn't even like their best.
Okay, well, or they're just saying that.
They're saying that,
but saying that in case they lose.
All of these artists are very busy professional musicians, so I do believe them.
All right, so here's the next Blue Stripe Bluesers. So this one's got more low end, a little more bass. And they really toned down the top end a lot to bring the mid-range out, but I think I prefer the other one a little bit more. All right. So I'm going to prefer the first mix that I was touting. So, okay. Now we're going to go to Backwoods Warm. Okay.
Just
the Backwood Benders. Backwood Benders.
Yep.
First track here. Really, I'm going to kick this one out just because of overhead. Something with the overheads are getting washy. I don't know if it's compression or whatever.
How do you know that?
No, just the overhead mics, just when they're hitting the cymbals on the drums. I don't like what's going on with that. It's not terrible. It's just not as let me listen to the other Backwood Benders song. Maybe they had the same problem with the overheads. Maybe it was the
mic.
The mic setup, I mean, the mic never moved, right? Between the songs, the same overhead. It was a stereo overhead mic, which, by the way, Warm Audio has not yet released. So that's coming later this year. But let's hear the other version. This mix sounds it sounds good. It's actually a pretty good mix, especially if somebody did it quick, but it sounds a little unfinished, a little unpolished. I'm going to bring back that Blue Stripe Bluesers song that I moved out in the first place, just because it might be a good second place winner.
And I think you might, I don't know. I feel
be
like
a
you need to
second place
give,
winner.
That one's like a full 5-minute thing too. So I mean, would listen to a little more of it.
It's true, it's true. Okay, let's move to the Warm Audio Reject song. I actually had the 20 dB drop on there, and I thought it was off. Okay,
did you have that on the other ones?
No. Well,
are you sure?
Maybe
we need to start over.
No, but it's not doing any weird attenuation that affect the sound. It's actually an all digital drop, so we're good. Hold on, let me hear this. Solid mix. This is really solid.
Go a little deeper into that one.
Like, I'm wanting to find something that is wrong with this mix, but there's not anything wrong with it. It's good. I think what I really liked about that first mix is they did something with some coloration or the master bus compressor or something just to make the whole mix sound really analog. This one's really good, though. This is a solid. I'd say I'm not even going to give it it's going to be second place to the mix I liked a lot at the beginning. It could be a first place. So I'm going to set that aside as a potential first place, but I want to hear the next Warm Audio Rejects. So immediately the guitar is much darker on this track versus the other one, which not anything wrong with that. A dark guitar, what's interesting is I always thought, a great guitar tone was just something super open and the mic's just catching the whole cabinet or whatever. But then you go back and listen to some of the greatest guitar riffs and they're kind of dark, like Back in Black by AC/DC. It's like, oh, it's kind of a dark guitar tone, yet it's so powerful. So you can't judge a guitar tone until you hear it in the full mix. More low end on this one. I really like the reverb that they added to the drums. I think overall I like the other mix better, but I like some of the decisions they made to make it sound.
Yeah, the drums do sound like kind of.
Yeah, added some cool reverb on them.
Especially in that snare.
Yeah.
Like.
All right, but I'm gonna give the other one the winner on that song. Okay, so we're narrowed down to just 4 songs. And how many are we doing? We're doing a first, second, and third place?
Yeah. I think you should like.
And it's a little bit tough too, because if you pick a first place and maybe those particular instruments just hit quite right to the mics and maybe the levels that they were playing at. And so having 2 completely different songs and saying this one's mixed better than the other, it's a little unfair. And also it's a little unfair that I'm just getting to choose, because if you were in this room, you might think, Bryce, you're totally crazy. That mix sounds better. So this is obviously me just getting to say what I think.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, let's hear the next
Bryce
one.
think?
So the next one is the Tone Beast Bangers.
Tone Beast Bangers.
Big bass sound.
Oh, God dang.
Oh. Potentially the most radio ready track, just because the drums are like, yeah.
I mean, they are called the Tone Beast Bangers.
Tone Beast Bangers. But it's a little much for me on the power of the drums.
I like it.
But I like it. But I'm also wondering, did they cheat with a bunch of drum samples?
Or they are a drummer.
I know, but wait, what? The person that mixes is a drummer? Did you just give that away?
No, I have no idea. I'm just saying it's got a lot of love to the drummer.
Yeah. It makes you think that the engineer is probably a drummer. I like the drum samples, Mr. Drum Sample, but I'm gonna put you potentially in 4th place. So now I've got 3, and the top 3 I have, okay, so 2 are the Blue Stripe Bluesers song, so it makes you wonder if maybe that was an easier song to mix. Now, did you let everybody pick which song they wanted to mix?
I did not assign. Okay. I did not assign anything.
So if Blue Stripe Bluesers, for example, was the easiest song to mix because the players just gelled just right with the compression that was going on, or whatever with the outboard gear, then you guys could all chosen to mix this song. So I don't feel as bad. It's not like you said, hey, sir, you have to mix this song and you have to mix that one.
I completely said, hey, you pick. I don't care. Whatever you're vibing with is what you go with.
Okay. So I'm going to go back to the 2 Blue Stripe Bluesers. Actually, I'm pretty sure I picked one as the fave, but I'll listen to them again. And then one will be
maybe listen to like the
place.
second half of each.
Okay,
because
let's go to second half.
Let's just to change it.
Let's be fair here. Let's do second half. It's a little bit low end heavy on this one. I think that's why I put it in 2nd place.
Keep going.
But not low end heavy. Like, I like actually a lot of low end, a lot of bass, but it's covering up a little bit of some of the other instruments. All right, so that Blue Stripe Bluesers definitely is my fave. And now I'm going to compare that to Warm Audio.
Let's go in middle.
Reject.
Pick a different part of Rejects, though.
Okay. these two mixes are neck and neck. It is hard to pick one. You know what it is? They just did a really good job. I don't know what they did with the guitars, but they just made those guitars just pop really, really well. I actually think I like the Warm Audio Rejects one the most. And then the Blue Stripe Bluesers is going to be second. Now it makes me wonder if I got to do third place. I think I want to listen to the 5 that I moved aside all over again.
Yeah.
See which, because I'm not sure what would be. Okay, so here's the Blue Stripe Bluesers one that was potential third. Really low end heavy. That's the one with the really powerful drums. Pretty good. Pretty good. That fiddle sounds really quite good.
And fiddles are hard to do.
Really nice reverb on there too. I don't know if that was the room, but that sounds like they added some reverb. It sounds quite good. So I'm going to move that over as a potential third place, or, you know, maybe it'll be second. That one, just not digging the overhead on that. Yep, okay. So I'm going to officially remove those 4. So now we've got 3. Let's go listen to the top 3 again and make sure we've got those ordered correctly.
And this is interesting because now you have all 3. There's 3 different songs.
Yeah, 3 different songs. Yeah. So you can't say it's just the song.
You can't say it's just the song.
Yeah, I'm gonna go quick between them just to kind of get it. I really like how they kept that snare drum sounding really just mid-rangey and full. Okay, so
keep going on that one. I want to hear it. That B3.
Yeah, more top end on that one than the other 2 mixes, but it's just the right amount of top end. It's not like it's too much. It's not piercing or obnoxious. But I love the guitars on this one. Man. And it's not just the guitars. They did a really good job.
I was going to say, the B3's still coming through pretty good.
Yeah, and keeping the drums just controlled and the overheads sound real smooth. I actually might like the overall sound of this Rejects one. I don't know. I say those 2 mixes, they're a little different, but they are neck and neck in terms of quality, or just what I personally like.
But then the fiddle, though.
The thing I don't like about this mix quite as much as the others is I don't feel like the bass is as controlled. So the low, deep lows and low mids are a little bit like murkier. It's not bad, and it's like it could totally pass as a great mix, and I'm sure most stereo systems sound perfectly fine. Some mixes you go, okay, that's a problem. Not at all. I'd say it's more of a preference thing. a pretty good mix, actually. I don't know. I'm struggling. I think all three are
I'm gonna
same level.
ask you just real quick though. I'm curious if the other backwood benders did a better job on the bass.
Let's see. Backwood. Let's see.
Yeah, that
Oh man, now I'm going to this. Yeah, the other one did, I think, a better job of tightening. Yeah, this I'd say how I describe this backwood benders mix that I like as the third place is it's a little bit more of a mid-rangey sounding mix, a little less polished, a little less radio ready, maybe not, master compressed or master EQ'd fully, or maybe it's just not mastered, and the others are mastered. It's mastered. But it doesn't need it. It sounds so good. Like, that's the thing, is like it's an artistic choice. It's not always about like what's going to be on country radio, or the next pop song. So I like all three of these, and I'm having a very difficult time giving them first, second, and third place. I think it actually maybe be unfair to give it a first,
what am I
second,
supposed to
and
do
third
with
place.
that? What am I supposed to do with that?
Do you have first, second, and third place prizes?
Yes, I do.
Oh, brother. Let me see. Okay, I got a first, second, third place. I want to give the Warm Audio Rejects first place, the Blue Stripe Bluesers second place, and the Backwood Benders third place. The reason for that is the Rejects mix just sounds it just sounds good. And then the Blue Stripe Bluesers I really like because it's got this kind of crunchy tone to it. I'm not sure if that was a plug-in effect or running it through some hardware. It's honestly hard to tell. So that's a good point to make that. They did a good job if they did do it with a plug-in. And then Backwood Benders, just a little more mid-range and full, but also just really organic sounding. So I like them all, but that's the order.
So Warm Audio Rejects, then Blue Stripe, then Backwood, right?
Yeah, you don't happen to know who these are.
Okay, so Warm Audio Rejects, the one that you picked as number one, guess who that was?
I have no idea.
That is our boy, the one and only, Andrew Masters.
Really? Andrew, much respect, bro. Much respect.
Andrew Masters. He's
Good
not just a
job.
YouTuber. He is
not just a YouTuber. He gave us a great mix. Good
there
job.
we go. All right. Okay. Blue Stripe Bluesers. Now
You forgot.
hold on. No, I didn't. Did I forget? Oh my gosh. I don't want to say it wrong. Did I forget?
Start over. Go
Dang it.
again. Why don't you write it down?
Okay. Second place. Blue Stripe Bluesers. That one was actually my personal favorite. I don't know, I kept organically having like the stank face.
The stank face? What does stank face mean? Never heard that before.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Just
Guess I'm
means
learning something.
Just like I don't know, it just was hitting me personally.
Honestly, they're all three at the same level. It's just different choices. And
different styles of songs and different players.
I really like that mix. It's hard for me to really say it's not the best, but I gave it second place.
Okay. I like that one the most. But the Blue Stripe Bluesers of that one, second place, goes to one of our favorite Warm Audio artists, actually, Derek Garden.
Derek Garden. Okay.
Boom. Taylor
Good job.
Swift mix engineer. I mean, that's why it's so freaking good.
Knows what he's doing.
He does. Okay, and then third place, the Backwood Benders with those beautiful fiddle parts by our girl Carson with Diamond Rio, and Jimmy Mattingly was on fiddle as well. That mix was done by one of my other favorites, Jimmy Mattingly.
That makes sense. Because Jimmy's a fiddle player, and the fiddle sounded really, really,
really
good.
freaking good.
So he knows how to make his fiddle sound good.
Yep. So yeah, there we go. We have first place.
Love it.
Andrew Masters, shout out to that YouTuber who's also now a professional mix engineer in our eyes. Mad respect, bro. And then Derek Garden and Jimmy Mattingly. There we go.
Awesome, guys.
I feel like Andrew Masters has so much
I feel
gear
like
in his
all
house.
3 of them have a lot of our gear in their house.
They don't need anything more, but hey, you're getting something more. So Aubrey will be giving you a call to give you something else.
Yes, I will. I will keep my word no matter how much warm audio gear you already have to all 3 of you guys. Because I think probably of everybody, those 3 have more than anybody in Nashville. So, but hey, that's what you get when you use our gear. We ended up liking your mixes. So thank you so much. All right. Any final thoughts?
No, just thanks guys for showing up to the party and recording and mixing and hanging out with us. And we love having a relationship with you guys and having connections with all of you. So thanks for doing this. It was a lot of fun.
I love Nashville so much. You guys are my home away from home. Honestly, country music is where my heart's at. So mad respect to Oceanway Studios for helping us out this year with our New Year's Eve party. We'll be back next year. I don't know what venue we'll do it at next year. So if any studios in Nashville are watching this by chance, let us know if you want us to do our next party at your place. I'm thinking for next year, though, that we more focus on vocalists. This time was all about musicians and instruments and stuff. I want to focus on vocalists for next year. So that's kind of where I'm at. Appreciate all of you guys, as always, for supporting Warm Audio and our family. And see you later.
Bye.